Hi all, I'm Push Serohi and today we'll discuss about perception. Why perception? As we already discussed about unconscious bias, and perception is one of the most important aspect which influence unconscious bias. So it's very important to know about perception also. So today we'll discuss about perception. We all made perception. We see people are making perceptions on behind, on behalf of their, like knowledge, on behalf of their actions. So, but according to psychologists, perception is a terminology. We must aware about the terminology of perception. So today we'll discuss about same. Let's enjoy. So first of all, what is perception? So, perception is the organization, identification, and interpretation of sensory information in order to represent and understand the presented information or environment. All perception involves signals that go through the nervous system, which in turn results from physical or chemical stimulation of the sensory system. So this definition is as per Wikipedia. In simple word, we know perception as like perception include the five senses. We make perception on behalf of touch, sight, sound, smell, and taste. It also include what is known as proprioception. So a set of senses involving in the ability to detect changes in the body position and movements. It also involves the cognitive process required to process information. So, such as recognizing the face of a friend or detecting a familiar scene. So, learn more about how we go from detecting stimuli in the environment to actually taking action on based of that information. So, but before knowing about it, first we must aware about the history of perception, how this term comes in the picture. So, like history of perception. So interest in perceptions dates back to the time 460 to 371 BC of the ancient Greek philosophers who were interested in how people know the world and gain understanding. So as psychology emerged as a science separate from philosophy, researchers become interested in understanding how different aspects of perception worked, particularly the perception of color. In addition to understanding the basic psychology process that occurs, psychologists were also interested in understanding how the mind interprets and organize these perceptions. So the Gestalt psychologists proposed a holistic approach suggesting that the sum equal more than the sum of its parts. So cognitive psychologists have also worked to understand how motivation and expectations can play a role in the process of perception. So today, researchers also work to investigate perception on a neural level or look at how injury conditions and substances might affect perceptions. So that's about the history of perceptions. Let's discuss about how it works. So or like types of perception. So the perceptual process is a sequence of steps that begins with the environment and lead to our perceptions to a stimulus and action in response to the stimulus. It occurs continuously, but you do not spend a great deal of time thinking about the actual process that occurs when you perceive the many stimuli that surround you at any given moment. So, for example, the process of transforming the light that falls on your retina into an actual visual image happens unconsciously and automatically. The subtle change in pressure against your skin that allow you to feel objects occur without a single thought. So perception acts as a filter that allows us to exist and interpret the world without becoming overwhelmed by the abundance of a stimuli. So we have a type of perceptions. So below mentioned types are the main types of perception, including sound, smell, taste, touch, vision. So there are also other senses that allow us to perceive things such as balance, time, body position, acceleration, and the perception of internal states. Many of these are multimodal and involve more than one sensory modality. So social perception or the ability to identify and use social cues about the people and relationship is another important type of perception. So that's about type of perception. So the most important thing, how it impact us. So in order to seek the impact of perception, it can be helpful to look at how the process works. So this varies somehow for every sense. In case of visual perception, so if we see, action is a first of the impact of perception. So the action phase of perception involves some type of motor activity that occurs in response to the perceived and recognized stimulus. This might involve a major action like running toward a person in distress, or something as subtle as blinking your eye in response to a puff of dust blowing throughout the air. So the second is neural processing. So the electrical signals then undergo neural processing. The path followed by particular signals depend on what type of signal it is. So perception is a next one. So in this step of the process, you perceive the stimulus object in the environment. It is at this point that you become consciously aware of the stimulus. So, and then recognition, perception doesn't just involve becoming consciously aware of the stimuli. It is also necessary for the brain to categorize and interpret what you are sensing. The ability of, interpretation and give meaning to the object is the next step, known as recognition. So and an environmental stimulus. So through environmental also we create stimulus. So the world is full of stimuli that can attract attentions through various senses. So the environmental stimulus is everything in the environment that has the potential to be perceived. So, and then the attended stimulus. So the attended stimulus is the specific object in the environment on which attended is attention is focused. So like whatever it is, for example, like if you are, there is a book and you are, like it's a nearby environment and it's putting on table, so it attracts you. So that's also create a stimulus. So, and like the image on the retina, that's also one of the stimulus which create perception. So it's also one of the process. So this involves light actually passing through the cornea and pupil and onto the lens of the eyes. So the cornea helps focus the light as it's enter the eyes, and the iris of the eye control the size of the pupils and in order to determine how much light to let in. The cornea and lens act together to project an inverted image onto the cornea or retina. So, and the last one is transduction. So the image on the retina is then transformed into electrical signal in process known as transduction. This allows the visual message to transmit it to the brain to be interpreted, and according to our all, like type, step-by-step process, we create perception toward a particular like project, or like toward a human, or like toward a situation. So that's a way how perception affect, and it also affect our unconscious bias. So that's the reason why it's important to know about the perception. And as we already discussed about history, and we already discussed about how it works, type of perception and impact of perception, now the most important part, how we control it. That's the most important part, as I'm working in HR in one of the IT company, and I learned so many tips to control your perception. So here I will discuss about the tips and tricks to control your perception. So as we all know, perception, to know about unbiased, like unconscious bias, we create our old perceptions, and then we come on the solution of a, any of the perception which we have in mind. So we take the decisions. So your decision can't be, hampered by your perception. Might be possible your perception is wrong, or on behalf of your old habits, or on behalf of your old social gatherings, or like on interactions, or like environmental. So don't affect your decisions on behalf of your perception. So the best tips to control your perception is the environment dictation. Which actions are possible to bring the perception under control? Control is about planning. It's not about planning. It's about adjusting to environment and change. Like about like adjust the environment and changes as they happen. So by understanding that people act to control their perception, you will be better equipped to influence them. You can't control them, but you can influence them. You gather the knowledge from them, and then you take a decision on behalf of your knowledge about the perception. So at the time when you take decisions, you analyze the way of taking decisions on behalf, not on behalf of your perception, on behalf of real facts. So here are the most important tips to how you control your perception. So like the first important thing is emotional intelligence. So through emotional intelligence you can manage the situation going on nearby you, and through like this skill set, so you can also control the situation and take the decision accordingly, according to the stimulus, like spontaneous reactions. So, and the other one is look at the event as a detached observer. So, like most of us see all the events in a way that it's highly personal. We don't just see the event as someone or something that has happened. We see it as something that has happened to us. This enables all the kind of emotion and hard feelings, especially if we feel the event was unfair or has ruined our plans. Try looking at the event as an outside observer or even as the reader of an interesting novel. This allowed you to be a more objective and lets you reduce the personalization, and that help you to take correct decisions without affecting by your perceptions. And the next one is eliminate expectations. It's also a very important thing. When we expect event to unfold in a certain way, we are opening ourselves up for disappointments, resentments, and unhappiness. Hardly anything happens in exactly the way we expect. And if we have built it up a certain way in our heads, we are bound to feel let down. Why not just accept every event for exactly what it is? So go into it with an open and curious mind and look for what it is, not what you think it should be. So that's also very best tips, or like the way to control your perceptions. And the last but not least, stop interpreting. So like, do we ever really know what people means when they are communicating with us? Most of the time we are taking their words or actions as an interpreting them through our own lens of what we think is going on. We Do we think that the person dislikes us? No. We'll probably see everything they say or do as an attack. When we interpret, we close ourselves off to the possibility of understanding. Next time you talk to someone, try to take off your interpretive lenses and see how it changes things. So that's also a best way. It's only our awareness of a situation that makes it good or bad in our own mind. The great news here is that you are absolutely in control of that labeling behavior. Am I saying it's going to easy to see a breakup with someone you adore as a chance to learn more about the world and broaden your horizons? Of course not. Sometimes life just sucks, and it can be extremely difficult to detach from that and find the opportunity that exists. So I hope now onward you'll take the decisions on behalf of real situations, and you try to control your perceptions. So best of luck, guys, and that's it from my side about perception. Next time we'll meet with another topic. Thank you. Have a nice day.